life becomes a lot easier, a lot more simple, a lot more fulfilling, and a lot more peaceful when you only focus on the things that you can control. When you only focus on what you can do to the best of your physical and mental abilities every single day, that is when you live the most peaceful life. Most people that you go outside, most people that you talk to, most people that you see outside on a daily basis, they're very unhappy with their life. They're very dissatisfied with their life. And what happens is that that unhappy energy pours out into the world because that's what energies do, right? And I know when I say energies, it sounds corny, like it sounds too spiritual, whatever. But I do believe in a sense of spirituality. I do believe that the energy that you put out, you get back in return, right? And I don't want to go too much into that topic because that's not the topic of this video. But you see when you walk outside how unhappy and dissatisfied with life most people are, and that goes out into the world. And especially where I live, right? I live in the Northeast. I live in Massachusetts. Right now, we just had a blizzard. I haven't even been outside. But especially during the winter seasons, you go outside and you can tell that the energy is just not there. The vibe isn't there because it's cold. The sun's barely out. It's snowing. Nobody wants to talk. It's too fucking cold outside to do anything. And you feel that energy, right? So energy is a real thing. That's the only reason I talk about that or I mention that aspect of living in Massachusetts, is because that actually has proven to me that energy is a real thing. Because in the spring, in the summer, in the fall, everybody's out, everybody's smiling, everybody's happy, energy's great. But during the winter, when it's cold, it's 20 degrees, 30 degrees, hey, the energy's not really that high. Even right now, like I said, we just had a blizzard. So my apartment, I have mini split pumps, like the little units up on the wall that do heat and AC. And right now mine isn't working. Mine aren't working because the blizzard is probably frozen outside. So have to wait for them to defrost. It's fucking cold in here. That's why I'm wearing like 4 layers, right? So my energy's a little bit lower because it's just cold, right? Like I don't really, my hands are shivering a little bit and shit. But the weather is something that you can't control. To bring it back full circle to what I'm actually talking about in the video, is you can't control the weather. So what good is it going to do you to live your life and adjust your energy based on something like the weather, which you can't control, right? Just to keep it very simplified and easy to understand and explain. Let's say, I'm in the gym every day. I actually just got surgery a week ago, so I've been out of the gym for 2 weeks. I took a break, so I took a week off because my body was tired and I can feel it, so I took a week off. And then during that week, I had a mild case of appendicitis, so I had to get my appendix removed on that weekend. So now I'm going into 2 weeks of not being in the gym. And the old me, right? Again, the old me, this is something I can't control. My body got an infection. I had to get surgery. I couldn't control that. The old me, I would have been moping around. I would have been depressed. I would have been stressed. I would have been, fighting demons because I'm like, damn, I can't go to the gym. I can't work out. I can't do the only thing that keeps me sane. I can't. And I would have just been sitting around worrying about the shit that I couldn't control. And I would have got nothing done. I would have done nothing to move forward, right? But I've done a lot of growth in the last year. I've done a lot of reflection, and I've had a lot of internal monologues and conversations with myself about who I really am. And the gym is a very important part of me, right? My physique and my fitness is a very, very important part of me. It is a core value in my life. It's part of who I am. It is who I am. But being able to understand that there's going to be times in life where you have to adjust, right? Adjust in a calm manner, not in a frantic manner, but adjust for the bigger mission, for the bigger purpose, right? I'm going to be back in the gym, hopefully, the end of this week once my doctor clears me, right? I only have a few days to go. What good does it do me to sit here and stress about the fact that I can't work out when I know in a few days, if everything goes well, which I believe it will, I'm going to be able to go back. I'm going to have to take it slow. I can't jump right back into training how I was, but I'm going to be back and I'm going to work my way back up. And honestly, a big part of me believes that I'm going to be stronger this time around because the fire is going to be lit again. And that's how you're supposed to look at things in your life that happen that are out of your control, right? But you can control how you feel about the situation. You can control what you do in response to a situation, right? I've been studying a lot more since I have more downtime. I've been studying. I've been learning a little bit more, taking more time to relax and decompress and actually take naps, right? Which is something that I struggle with. I struggle with giving myself rest because after 4 years in the military, you kind of forget what rest is because you're always up, 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 go, 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 right? So I still struggle with taking naps, taking 20-minute naps. I feel like I'm wasting time, right? So and that's something that I've been using this period of time where I can't work out to really improve on, to really give myself that grace, right? That's something that I can control. And it's beneficial. It's done a lot more good than harm. It would not be good for me. It would not be productive for me to sit here and cry about the fact that I can't work out. Because then I'd just be crying the whole time. Not literally crying, but I'd be crying the whole time. I wouldn't be doing my homework. I wouldn't be studying. I wouldn't be getting anything done. Sorry about that. I wouldn't be getting anything done. Right? What else can I control? I can control how clean my apartment is. I can control my diet every single day. I can control the homework that I do, right? Like all these things that I can control that are still pushing me in the right direction, even though I'm going through something that I really don't want to go through, right? Like I don't want to, who wants to go through a surgery and not be able to work out, right? Especially if that's a really important part of your routine, like it is mine. But I've been able to keep everything else the same except that one part. And that has led to me, my energy still being good, me still being in a good headspace, even though I can't do the thing that I love the most. Because I know it's there, right? It's just a temporary, it's a temporary time where I have to sacrifice it for the greater good, in this case, which was my health. And by the way, here's a tip. This is off topic, but if you want to recover faster from your surgeries or operations or whatever, get in shape, eat your protein. All right. I'm not saying I'm a superhuman, but I definitely know that my body has healed a lot faster and a lot more effectively because of the shape that I'm in currently, right? And I've maintained pretty much all my muscle. I look a little bit bloated and whatnot, a little bit flat because I haven't worked out, but the muscle's still there, right? It's gonna be back. Where else was I going with this? It just goes back to controlling what you can control. You're like, most people worry about things like I had to delete Instagram and social media off of my phone because every time I would go on there, I'd click on somebody's story and it'd be something negative that's going on 2,000 miles away from here. And then it's in my mind and I'm like, fuck, right? That's something I can't control, but I saw it, I'm aware of it, and now it's in somewhere in my mind. Like fuck this, and it gets, once you take in too much negative information, it becomes so much easier to fall down a rabbit hole of nihilism and just giving up on your own life when it's things that you can't even control. You can't do anything about it. That's another thing. Like if you have to delete social media in order to clear your mind, do it. Do it. Because I I I can only count on one hand the amount of times I've gone on social media. This is not including YouTube. I don't. YouTube is a different realm because you the algorithm actually shows you the shit that you watch, which in my case is more informative, more learning, more educational. But like Instagram and shit, there's the educational stuff, but then there's also the shit that just gets pushed out to everybody. And then just people that you might follow that post stuff on their story or their page that like you don't need to know that stuff. You don't need to know. So that's why I had to delete my Instagram and stuff. I'm only really doing like I only watch YouTube and I only use YouTube. That's it. That's it. And honestly, I feel way better. But that's a whole I don't even know why I went on that tangent. But controlling what you can control. Control the food that goes in your mouth. Control what you do on an everyday basis that is within your capabilities. That's all you have to do. And stop worrying about the things that are external that you have no power over. That's it. That's going to simplify your life. The whole point is to simplify your life. You don't want to make your life more complicated and more difficult. You want to simplify it. And the quickest way to simplify it is to control what you can control. To focus, not even control you, to focus only on what you can control. And for some people, that's going to take some extra measures, like deleting social media. That's an extra measure. Some people can go on social media and be perfectly fine. Kudos. But sometimes that's what it takes to clear your brain, to really open up your tunnel vision and see that there's actually a lot more in your life that you can control that's going to get you to where you want to be or closer to where you want to be once you remove all the stuff that has no place in your life. Women, like, bro, stop. If you're a dude and you're dating 3-4 women at a time, texting 3-4 women at a time, what are you doing? What are you doing? If you're if your happiness relies solely on something that can be taken away from you, whether it's temporarily or permanently. Go back to my case, the gym, right? Like if my happiness relied solely on me being able to work out, what do you think would happen to my mind, to my mental state, if that was the case? I would probably be having some very dark, disturbing thoughts. If your happiness relies solely on money, women, how many shit that doesn't matter, and it's not dependent on, is my family good? Can I help my family out when they need it? Can I help a friend out when they need it? Then you're worrying about the wrong things. You're worrying about the shit that you can't really control. But anyways, if I keep going, this video is going to be super long. Yeah, I don't really have a specific topic to talk about when I turn on the camera. I just looked at my camera, I put it up, and I was like, I want to record a video because I'm just in the mood to record a video. And this is something that I've been thinking about since last week when I got my surgery. I had to really take some time and be like, all right, I can't control this. My body has an infection. I need to get surgery. I need to get it removed. I can't control this. What I can control is what I do for the next 2 weeks before I can go back to the gym. What can I do during those 2 weeks? I can study more. I can focus on my diet more, and I can relax. I can actually take some time to relax. Make sure my space is clean. Make sure everything's, good. Still the same way it would be if I didn't get surgery. And I'm looking forward to getting back. But I'm also at peace because I've been controlling the things that I can control. But anyways, it's going to be in this video. I do fitness coaching, and with my fitness coaching, I also try to help you get in the best mindset that you can be in, and that is something that's going to come with getting in shape, right? Your mind is going to change, your life is going to change in that aspect. So I do help people with that. If you do need help transforming your physique, whether it's losing body fat or putting on muscle mass, link will be in the description. You can book a call. I would love to help you out, but there's no pressure. I don't need to do fitness coaching. I don't need to do fitness coaching to survive. I live a decent life without fitness coaching. I just do it because I actually enjoy it and I want to help people. So if you need some help, book a call. Other than that, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.